never seen anyone do as many Cruyff turns as Nico. But you can.
Do they come off most of the time?
You can know it's happening and you can't stop it.
Yeah.
You can't stop it. He's a joke. From somewhere when there's no pasta, I'm going home and making pasta. And showing you had Hudson-Odoi, you had Graham Brewster, George McEachran was actually there in the
really?
I went to. Emil Smith-Rowe was there.
So welcome back to another episode of Life for Kitman. Today we're joined by goal scoring sensation at the moment. Is it Paul or Pal?
Paul.
Pal. German. I don't know, German, English, whatever. You alright?
Yeah, all good.
Yeah. Jonah? Cool?
All good, yeah.
Right, we're going to do what we do every time. Straight into the five-a-side team. Counters are in place. There's your pen.
Alright.
Let's get through it.
Right.
This is going to be good, by the way.
Being a bit strict. I've not gone for anyone that I haven't played with in a proper game because I don't feel like friendlies. And, some people like to get the big names in, but I'm just going to be honest. So on goal.
It's the first big name.
Cruyff Kelleher, I think I've spelled that right. I hope so. Back.
Nico Williams.
Nico.
Second big name.
Well,
What we got here? Curtis Jones.
Curtis Jones. We're going to go Callum McManaman.
Yeah.
And then up
So
top.
that's the easy way, though.
Yeah.
I was going to go for the whole. And then I'm going to go Chaz up top. I think he's been done before, but
Just a few times, yeah. I think every time.
we'll go with Chaz up top.
What team? Go on then. We might. In fact, I'll tell you what. Let's start here. How good's he been for you since you come in?
He's obviously been very good to learn off. He's a joke in front of goal. He's shown that in every league he's played in. Scores goals for fun, and obviously that's why he makes the five-side team.
What's he on now? 199?
Yeah.
Or 200?
He needs that.
If you listen to Sky Sports.
He needs that one more, doesn't he? Just
Yeah, he needs it. I hope he gets it.
Get the 200. Definitely. Go on then. What else we got? Where do you want to go next?
We'll work front.
Go for
Back to front. So Cleve in there, obviously played with him at youth level. He's obviously a great shot stopper. I think people have started to see that now because he's obviously
a lot recently.
he's second choice keeper, but he's been given the chance and he's taken it really. He's put in some great performances and helped Liverpool be in a title race really. So
to be fair, I think he'd get in most Premier League teams at the minute. I was having a conversation with a couple of mates the other day, and we were arguing about it. But I genuinely think he could probably get in most Premier League teams at the minute.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly.
Based off his last sort of month that he's been playing.
Lots of the boys there have played with him.
Yeah.
He's been in a lot of these five-side teams.
Yeah.
Hasn't he?
So then in defence I've gone for Nico. He's quite attacking to be holding the fort at the back, centre back.
He's five-a-side, isn't it?
But yeah, he's another one that I've played with at youth level, and I actually went to school with him. And then he's kicked on, and now he's a regular Premier League player and international for Wales as well. So he's been doing well. I've never seen anyone do as many Cruyff turns as Nico, but you can
come off most of the time?
You can know it's happening and you can't stop it.
Yeah.
You can't stop it. He's a joke.
He's had a good career so far, to be fair.
Yeah. I once watched someone else do a Cruyff turn on the edge of their own box and get caught out in a charity match.
Yeah, that's me. I was playing centre back as well.
Playing centre back, don't Cruyff turns, love it. But he seems to be a bit better than that.
Yeah, then in midfield I've gone for Curtis, another one that I've grown up with, gone through all the age groups with him. I do feel like he's quite underrated. He's one that always performs and you can rely on him, and I think he's only going to get better as well. He's got a lot more to show, and he'll be a big player for Liverpool in years to come, I think.
He's played a good number of games, though, to be fair, last few years, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Playing in that midfield with some of the midfielders they've had, it's not easy, is it? So, to be fair, he's done all right, to be fair.
Yeah, and then I've gone for Callum McManaman, which is a bit more of a sentimental one.
It's a bit left field, isn't it?
Was that at Tranmere, I'm guessing?
Yeah, so when I was on loan at Tranmere, I don't know if people know this, but I'm a childhood Wigan fan. I used to have a season ticket, used to go to all the games, and it was obviously there when Callum McManaman put in a man of the match performance in the FA Cup final and contributed to winning the FA Cup for Wigan. So when he turned up at Tranmere and I got to share the picture with him, it was quite funny really, and yeah, he enjoyed it.
He missed a penalty here in the FA Cup actually. That was 2012. So
We got a shirt from that game.
yeah, we got Connor Salmons in it but yeah, he missed a penalty. I think they scored in the follow up. I think it was him that scored the follow up, but.
We could put that shirt behind.
Yeah, we probably should have done that. Well, I didn't know you were a Wigan fan, to be fair. Knew Caney was, but...
As well as that, in training sessions, we obviously did five-a-sides, and McManaman was an absolute joke. He's got the chop on lock. You can't stop it.
A lot of chopping in this team.
Yeah, everyone will be all twisted up.
When was it? The other week, he's at Wigan now, obviously, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when he come on against Man United, like, he had... I don't know what, he wanted to kill someone that night. I think he got a yellow card or something, but he looked angry that night. But yeah, he's had an unreal career, to be fair.
Do we need to ask about a gaffer?
Yeah, so I haven't played under him in a proper game, but I have played in a friendly with him, and haven't been around training that. I think it's only fair to put Klopp as the manager. Everyone knows how good of a manager he is, and he's good with the young players as well. And he looks after everyone and makes sure everyone feels like they're involved, and obviously gets the best out of everyone as well. So that's why he's the manager.
He's done unbelievable, hasn't he?
He's done well this year as well, making the season about him leaving, isn't he? So I just don't like Liverpool, so we don't.
It's sad to see him go, but hopefully they finish with a bang and he collects some more trophies.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be tight, and it's gonna go down.
Yeah.
Probably to the last couple of games. So.
Yeah. I think Arsenal are going to do it this year.
He thinks Arsenal. I think Man City are just toying with both of them, but we'll see.
I hope Liverpool do it.
We'll see.
I don't. What kit would these boys play in?
So this is a bit of a rogue one. So when I was under 18s, played for Germany. I think it was the 2018-19 season.
Yeah. And
that was my first one of my first games my first game for Germany, and first goal for Germany as well. So it'd be the green away kit, 2018-19.
I think I know which one you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice kit that. What a team! Unbelievable. Right, that's enough of that. Let's move on to the important stuff. Swindon Town. How did the move come about? What happened? How did you end up here? Like, what was the deal at Liverpool?
Yeah. So initially I wanted to go and play go out in the summer, but having not played the season before, because I struggled a bit. Well, I had an injury and had to get it operated on, so I decided to stay at Liverpool and just basically get back to full fitness and get game time with the 23s.
Yeah.
It's not a bad place to do a rehab either, is it?
No, yeah, exactly. The facilities are amazing, and the physios and everything. So I felt that was the right place to be at the time to get back to full fitness and strength. So then I played the first half of the season with the 23s, and then as soon as January came, I wanted to get out really and go and play first team football somewhere. And then so there was interest from Swindon. I can't remember the dates, but I remember there was a game. The 23s had a game on the Wednesday, so I knew there was something going on, and obviously Liverpool did as well. So decided to put me on the bench because we had a Wednesday night game against Bilbao, I think it was, in the International Cup. So I was sat on the bench. Obviously I know that something might be happening with Swindon, and someone gets injured first 10 minutes in this Bilbao game. Gaffer turns around, yeah, Paul, you're coming on. So it went from me being on the bench just to like look after myself a bit, so I can, if something happens, I can go. End up playing 80 minutes, and it was actually the next day the deal got done with Swindon. I got told to come down, and it all had to be sorted before 12 o'clock on the Friday for me to play on the Saturday.
I remember you arriving on the Friday.
Yeah.
The lads have already gone out to training.
Oh, it was chaos.
And we had obviously found out in the morning, I'll bring up some kit, and was it Crew we had?
Crew, yeah. It was Crew,
and they're make sure you've got travel kit and everything, because he's going to be travelling. And then like we were like waiting, the meeting had done. And then all the lads were going out to train. We're like, there's no way he's going to be here tomorrow, ready for tomorrow. And then like he rocks up, quickly got. It's the weirdest first meet ever. So and then you went straight out to training. Like,
So I got rushed. I came down the Thursday night, so I was here for Friday morning to do the medical, and obviously came over to the ground, did all the medical stuff, but that takes a while. So I was saying to the staff, I was like, "Do you think I'll still be able to train?" And they were like, "Oh, I'm not sure. It depends if we get it done." So then I've gone over to the training ground. And I remember walking in, and basically as I'm walking in, the lads are going out for training. And I haven't got my kit, I haven't got my boots, I haven't got anything. And they basically say, "Oh, yeah, go on, you need to get changed and go." So getting changed, obviously you know what it's like in football teams. You're out late, fines, whatever. So I'm there thinking, "Oh no, what's going on here?" Obviously rushing on, putting my kit on, put my boots on, run out. I actually run the wrong way. Come out of the training facility.
You went left.
I went left. The pitches were on the right.
Yeah.
So I've realised, come back, asked them where to go. They've sent me the other way. Ran out, chased them out, and they were all in the warm up. So I had to just jump in the warm up. Didn't know anyone's name.
We had Jamie, the secretary, on the phone. Like, "Oh, what number is he?" Like, "We're trying to process it. What number?" So we had, I think, the gaffer, Michael Flynn at the time, come over and he's like, "What do you want to be?"
Yeah. So it was literally we were doing 5 sides and I was on the outside because we were doing 3 teams.
And you were like, "What's 3?" And he's like, 9. You're like, "Yeah, 9."
So he gave me a list of 3 or 4 numbers, and when he said 9 was 3, I was like, "Oh, I'll take the 9."
Yeah.
And she went from there.
Man.
Decent.
Mental.
Decent. Session was good as well. You got involved.
Freezing cold it was, I remember. You boys didn't give me any long pants or anything.
I know, we just went in shorts, I think.
Yeah, I was in shorts, I was freezing.
Good. There's an initiation.
Yeah.
So, obviously you've been here a little while now. You've been unbelievable. So after every game, in the little group chat, we get like the run-in stats. And I've never known anyone run as far as you run in a game.
It's always over 11k in it.
Yeah.
Always.
Mental. See some people on like 8s and 9s, and then Glatzel's on like, he's played 80.
Always at least 1k over like the second.
Yeah, do you know what? It doesn't, when I'm playing, I don't feel like I'm running more than anyone else.
Yeah.
It's just ingrained in how I play, really. I just like to get about and chase people about, really. So yeah, I think it's just the way I play, but yeah, when you see the stats, I am always near the top or the top one.
So. At the top.
You've played in like a few different positions as well, and obviously you've played sort of as a striker and sort of in the 10. What have you preferred, like?
Do you know what? I don't mind playing different positions. Obviously, the closer to the goal, the better. Which means I can, create chances for other people or for myself and get some shots off, which obviously helps. But other than that, as long as I'm on the pitch playing, I'm enjoying it.
Which you have been, to be fair. I think we've got to say as well, like, I think you've probably had the most near-cut chances that haven't gone in that I've ever seen in such a short space. I think you must have had a couple cleared off the line, few off the bar.
Yeah, there was a little phase, I think it was like 3 or 4 games, where I was coming in after every game and there was at least 2 chances, 2 cleared off the line or hit the post or keepers made a great save. But it's one of those where you'd rather have those
double
chances.
Figures by now.
I feel like it could be. But you'd rather have those chances and have it cleared off the line, or keeper makes a worldie rather than not have the chances.
Yeah, at least you've been in like the right positions and you're creating chances and stuff like that.
It was becoming a bit of a running joke though, to be honest. But yeah, the last few have gone in, so it's all good.
Yeah. So, how many have you got now? 6?
6, yes.
2 assists as well, I think.
Since Jan.
2 or 3, yeah. If you count the penalty that I won, then that's 3. But
yeah.
Depends where you go with the stats.
Oh, interesting. You count that as an assist?
I think so.
I think technically, it kind of.
It doesn't go down in the stats, but I feel like if you make a pen or win a pen, someone else takes it and scores. You've got to take the assist there, haven't you, really?
Yeah. It depends what sort of pen. If it's like a handball from the opposition, that's different. But if you're running in the box, someone takes you down, throw on goal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That is. I'd like to think that. I'd say that's an assist, to be fair.
I'd say assist.
It should. I think they should count.
You're not too sure,
I've never really thought about it, to be honest.
Sure. Right. I think it is time for us to do a little kit quiz. We do it everyone. What I'm doing here is I'm finding a 30-second timer. That's what I'm doing.
I should have had my phone really ready for you.
Fine. Right, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you some kits. And over the badge of those kits is our logo.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got to tell me which team it is. Alright? You've got 30 seconds to get as many as you
What's the worst we've had?
4.
Yeah, I think it was
Sam
4.
Parkin got a 4.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to do better than that.
So you've got
The best, I think the best we've had was over 12 or 13. We keep every pod we say we need to have a leaderboard. We keep forgetting. So.
We'll have to go
Who
back through
was
every
who's top?
I think it was Youngie, wasn't it? Jake Young,
Yeah, I think Youngie was at the top.
possibly.
Yeah.
12, that's quite impressive.
Yeah, we'll have to check, but yeah, just don't get below 4. No pressure.
Right, are you ready?
What's the script? Can I pass on them?
Yeah, you can
Yeah, if you don't know it, just
You've got
pass
30
on.
seconds, get as many as you can. Ready? Go.
Reading,
Yeah.
Fulham,
Yeah.
Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
PSV,
No.
pass,
English team.
pass.
Pass.
Stoke,
Yeah.
Wolves,
No.
pass. Cardiff,
No.
pass. Northampton,
Northampton.
Forest Green,
Yeah. Ooh.
6.
Jump that did. Got 6.
6.
The ones you passed on. Stevenage.
Bit of a weird one there.
Sutton.
Oh,
Played them a couple of weeks back. Portsmouth. I think that was it. It didn't get that far, did they?
yeah.
Okay.
At least they didn't come last.
I think that's not bad. 6. I think that's probably about
6
average.
or 7?
6. I think that's about average, to be fair. That's not that bad.
No, it's not bad. It's alright.
Take it.
You'll take that.
I was expecting better, but I'll take it.
It's hard though,
Yeah.
because some of those kits as well, like,
Oh, we just know them because.
yeah, because we see them all
Yeah.
the time. But
Because you made the quiz.
Well, to be fair, I didn't. I never see it, so
I
like
made the quiz.
Yeah.
But like,
So you know them.
yeah, obviously.
watching it's frustrating for me because but
Why is it frustrating?
because I know it.
Yes, as
Because he
well.
knows the answer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Huh?
okay.
Yeah.
So then you can. I got you. Okay. So you also, in your youth career, have played what seems like a lot of international football. So
For 2 countries.
yeah,
as
for
well.
2 countries. Can you talk us through that?
Yeah. So obviously when I was, I think it was 14s, no 15s. I think 15s was the first time I went away with England. So I'm not sure how that came about. I think they got in contact with Liverpool and then said they wanted to take these players. Or,
Yeah, that usually just take
Yeah.
a group on a camp.
Yeah, exactly. So I went away with England a few times, 15s, 16s, which, yeah, it's obviously a brilliant experience. It's completely different to club football as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it, and there were a few of the lads from Liverpool there with me, so we shared that
That helps,
moment with
doesn't it?
them. Yeah, it's obviously a big moment, and you're quite proud to be
Of course.
obviously involved as well.
To get
So
recognition by your
yeah.
country. For,
Exactly. So to share that with the other lads from the club is nice as well.
Yeah.
And then after the 16s, I think I swapped and went to. So then Germany came in, and I can't really remember how it came about or why, but I think there was a moment. There was a period where I was injured, and it kind of went quiet with England when I came back.
Yeah.
But Germany were still there, and for me personally, obviously it's either country. It's obviously a brilliant and like a proud moment to be involved.
Yeah.
But for me personally, because my whole family's German, going
Your mum
away.
and dad are German.
Yeah, so my mum and dad are both German, so my whole family's German. They moved over before I was born, and I was born in England. But it just felt that, because my family were all German, so to play for Germany and represent Germany kind of meant more to my family.
Yeah, you want to make your family proud,
Yeah,
don't you?
exactly.
In a way, international wise.
So it just felt like I was making them proud, even though they would have been proud. They're still proud when I was playing for England. But I feel like it would have meant more to them.
Yeah,
and
and
that's
probably
why,
to you because of that as well.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why I ended up going and playing for Germany. And yeah, it was again another brilliant experience. And there was a lot to learn from as well. So yeah, it was good.
And all
good
these
time.
things, they're like all these experiences and different environments and different ways of playing. It all builds you as a player and a person as well, which is what we say to a lot of people. So when we talk about loan moves and we talk about all that kind of stuff, all of those different things and different levels, they kind of round you off as a player.
Yeah,
they
definitely.
make you a better player, in our opinion. Like,
yeah, no, definitely. There's obviously loads of different styles of play, different ways of thinking as well. You see that as well in the international football. So when we used to go away with Liverpool in the youth league, or even just for friendlies abroad, there's just completely different styles of play, different tactics, different things that you have to adapt to as well. Say if the weather or like the pitch or the conditions, or even like sometimes even the cultures of the wherever you are. So it was just good to learn all the different aspects of football, because when you play if you play against the same teams all the time, you don't really get that.
Yeah.
And it's the same with international football. If you go away with England or Germany, they have different ideas, different ways of playing, different ways of doing things as well. So yeah, it's just good to learn from and to adapt, and it's just life experience as well, really.
So how did, obviously you'd been away of England and like you said, quite a few of the Liverpool players were with you. How did it compare? Was it under 18s you said you went to Germany?
Yeah.
How did that compare, obviously going to a different country and then not being with anyone that you sort of play with?
Yeah.
So how was that? Because that was sort of your first time away, I guess, with
Yeah.
people that you're not familiar with. How did you find that?
Yeah, it is a strange feeling. Obviously I could speak German, so I wasn't isolated or anything.
Yeah, 'cause I've heard, like Matty Cash, and sorry,
Yeah,
it's a bit random, but like I've heard him. Obviously, he's gone away with Poland and that, and he couldn't understand anything. So
Yeah,
that must be weird.
That must be very difficult to get to grips with. But like I said, so I could speak German, so I could communicate with the lads.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I didn't know any of them. And you kind of get thrown together, and because it's international football, you have like a week where you're constantly together, or maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then you'll train, play your games, and then you all just disperse back to your clubs. So it is strange, and you have to kind of throw yourself in at the deep end, really, to get to know the lads as quick as you can. Yeah. So that you get on well with them, because that's important for on the pitch stuff as well.
Good experience to have though at the age of 18, and like go away
definitely.
and get to meet new people.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've had your loans at. Was it twice you were on loan at Tranmere?
Yeah, so I had a season, and then the next season I went there but got injured. So it was, I got injured in the first game and then didn't go back after that. So
yeah. So going back to the international, was it 9 games you played for Germany?
I can't really remember. I think
that's what we found earlier, wasn't it?
maybe I think I might have ended. I think I played more games for England than Germany.
Yeah.
Because it was through 2 or 3 different
Yeah, exactly.
rather than,
But I thought I'd only played 2 games for Germany, but I'm not. I don't think it was 9. I think I played more games for England.
Maybe we read that wrong. I don't know.
Might have been the England ones.
Yeah.
maybe it was 9 for England,
Yeah.
or maybe it was 9 international in total.
Maybe. I'm not too sure. I'm not too
Not
sure.
sure, don't know. Transfer market again. Just before we move on from the international stuff, was there any names like in those teams? Was like anyone that's gone on and playing for the men's first team, or
Yeah, so when I was at England, again, I don't know how this came about, but the first year I went with England, it was the 2000s, but I was a 2001. And in that group, that was a very good group, stacked with players who were now playing everywhere. So you had Jadon Sancho in there, you had Hudson-Odoi, you had Ryan Brewster, George McKechnie was actually there in the one that I went to. Emile Smith-Rowe was there. And then, so that was the age group above really, but I went away with them once. Again, don't know how that came about. And then my age,
you obviously thought you were decent.
Yeah, maybe, possibly. Well, does you need another number? Who knows? And then my age group was Bukayo Saka, Curtis, Barley Mumba, who's playing Championship now, I think. And then a few others that are scattered around Championship and League One as well. So.
What about Germany? What was it? Is it?
So Germany, there's a few that are playing Bundesliga and second Bundesliga. Kevin Schade, he's now at Brentford. I think he's been injured this season. Really good player. He was there when I was there. So quick, like unbelievably quick. And then like I said, the rest of them are still finding their feet. Like I said, a few are playing Bundesliga, which is obviously high level, and then some are playing second division. But I've seen a lot of good players come through.
Just while we're talking about like sort of big names, then, was there anyone growing up that you sort of looked up to?
Ooh.
Like, is there anyone you sort of idolised and wanted to be like? Or?
As in the academy, or
just in general, like in the academy maybe, and just in general.
So see, when I was growing up, when I was 14s, Trent was 16s, and Pep was the manager, Pep Linders. And I sometimes played with the 16s, and so I was playing the same team as Trent. And then obviously his career took off, and he progressed quite quickly.
Feels like he's been around forever now.
Exactly. So then when you see that happen, when you see one of the lads that you used to play with just take off, and now he's playing Premier League, and actually now he's won everything there is to win, really. So that was always a big one for me, to see that happen in front of me. So I looked up to him then to try and obviously not copy, but kind of
his pathway.
He did well.
Yeah, exactly, and just
his sort of pathway, and
exactly just take in what he's done, and try and do your best to get a similar pathway.
Motivation.
Yeah, exactly.
To be fair, Liverpool have had quite a few in sort of the last 6 to 8 years that have come through. Like, it's probably one of the most out of all of probably the top 6, I'd say. Chelsea as well.
When you first come in, like, Tom Clayton, Jake Kane, who else? Is it just those two? So were you the same age group, or up or down from them? Or?
So, Clates is my age. Kane was a year younger, but when we were 18s, we were in the same team. We won the Youth Cup together.
I've heard you speak about that a few times already.
that was a big moment at the time. So me and Kane, I think Clayton was injured at the time, but we had a good season that season, and I think we missed out on the league on goal difference in the end, which was we could have done the double, but the FA Youth Cup was special, and shared that with Kane, and then obviously both ended up.
Obviously, the lads here have done unbelievable this year, getting to quarterfinals. Of the FA Youth Cup, and could very easily have beaten Bristol City at their place.
On another day,
the FA Youth Cup's huge. It's huge for anyone coming through, and you've only got to look at historically teams and players that have won that have gone on to do really well. So to be in a team full of people that wins that is class. Just looking back on, we spoke briefly there about different environments and stuff. Obviously, when you then go to Tranmere, and it's League 2, it's men's football, it's like proper. How quickly did you have to adapt and change to get in the team and to have a real good go at Tranmere?
Yeah, I mean, you've got to adapt as soon as you walk through the door, really, because men's football is completely different to 23s football. Obviously 23s football is great, and it's structured to get you ready for men's football. But then as soon as you go on loan and you realise how much it means, how much 3 points on the weekend mean to not just the club but the fans and everyone involved with the club.
Everybody said this.
Anyone involved with the club, and especially the fans who, they spend their money to go and watch you play.
We've only got on Saturday, nearly 300 of them.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And obviously in the youth setup and coming through, like, you want to win. Like, it's a competitive sport. You want to win games, but it's not always the most important thing. It's about developing, and you've got time. Whereas in men's football, you haven't got time. You lose 4 or 5 games, and there's pressure on everyone, whether that's the manager, whether that's players, anyone, sports scientists, physios, injuries and stuff. There's pressure throughout all the leagues. So
I think that's the biggest factor. I think 23s is, and well, all academy football is about development more than anything else.
Yeah.
Whereas, like you said, if you lose a few games or if you don't pick up the points that you should, suddenly there's pressure on, and everyone at the club feels that pressure then. So
that's one thing that you noticed quite early on, then, is it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And I didn't realise as well, because I think it was the 2021 season that you were there. I literally yesterday, it's a bit random actually, I just seen a video pop up on TikTok saying that you ruined our season. When we we were already 2-0 down, I think. But we lost 3-0, which probably, we were only 1 win off of getting promoted that year. Obviously we ended up in the playoffs, but you obviously scored against us, which I didn't even realise.
Yeah, I remember that game. I think was it a Tuesday night game?
Yeah, it was like it's January, February time. It was freezing. I remember.
It was a night game, and we played Swindon at Tranmere, and I think we scored.
Yeah.
We scored.
You scored our defence, Brandon Cooper, basically.
Played it to me.
Yeah, was it you?
Yeah, he played it to me, and then I slid. I think it was Kane Hemmings.
Yeah, he scored.
And Kane Hemmings scored.
And I think then you scored 2 goals second half. I think.
I scored, and then I think we got a penalty as well.
Yeah, that might be it. Yeah.
1-3-0.
Yeah, we lost 3-0, and that we were going through a bad period then as well. So.
We stayed in the changing room for ages.
Yeah. The manager had us in there for about 20 minutes. We were like, come on. We've had a bad night. Let's just get back now.
I remember that game. Obviously, it was a bit different for me than it was for you.
Yeah, it was good though, because what it did was it shook everyone up.
Yeah.
And then we ended up getting into the playoffs because that was where we had a little wobble in the season, and it could have gone 1 or 2 ways.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need that just to reinvigorate everyone and get everyone going again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know you scored in that game.
I suppose that was perfect for you as well. Obviously, it was in the city that you were of Liverpool anyway, so it wasn't like you were far away.
Yeah,
no, that was perfect.
At the time, it was ideal really, because I was still living at home.
Yeah.
And I could continue to live at home and just go and have a new experience of being on loan.
Quite a lot of players from Liverpool end up going on loan there, don't they, to be fair, over the years. A little bit of a feeder club, I guess.
So, while we're on Liverpool, in fact, before we talk about Liverpool, let's do some kit stuff. What boots do you wear?
I wear the yellow X's, Adidas.
Yeah, and it's all studs in it.
Yeah.
You don't ever wear a mould. I don't think I've ever seen
Just
it.
pre-season.
No, so I normally wear moulds in pre-season when the pitches are dry, but as soon as the games come, swap to studs, because I cannot bear the thought of being one-on-one with the keeper and slipping.
And there's no excuses then, is there? You know, when like the manager's like, what boots you got on?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Keep slipping over. Like, there's no excuse
They
like
turn
that.
to us and go,
Yeah.
you got studs.
We've had that so many times. We're like, he's like, not with you, but like with players. We're like, he's in studs. Like, what do you want us to do? Like,
And it's not up to us.
yeah, it's not. You can't wear mould.
But you've got 2 pairs of the same, haven't you?
Yeah.
And like you were wearing one, and then you were like, "Oh, these are a bit worn," so you changed to your new ones. And then earlier we're sat there, and you're like, "I don't know which one's a new one."
Yeah, you just wear whatever now.
No, I was saying to you, I was like, there was one pair that was more worn than the other, and now they look exactly the same.
Yeah,
So
so you don't know which is which.
Yeah.
So it's like, nightmare. Shin pads. This is interesting with shin pads. You bring your own, don't you?
Yeah.
You don't leave them with us.
No.
Is that a superstition type thing?
it is. Yeah.
He doesn't trust us, does it?
No, I don't know what it is. I think it's because the first few games I kept them, and then
And you did well.
I thought I was playing all right, so I didn't want to change anything. I'm very like that. If something's working, or if I'm playing well, or if I feel like I'm doing well,
You like sticking to this.
I like to keep the same routine. I like to keep everything the same.
Yeah.
No idea why, but I don't change anything if I'm doing well.
You're the
And
only
that's
one.
why I keep my shin pads.
You're the only one that keeps the shin pads. Everybody else is giving us the shin pads.
You don't seem to wear Under Armour or anything in a game either.
No,
Is that never? You just
No, I can't wear Under Armours. Again, I don't know why that is, but I just prefer to not wear them in games. I can wear in training, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But when it comes to game day, again, I need to keep my same routine and don't want to change it.
And like 99% of our team, you wear cut socks as well.
Yeah.
We've only got one. That's that.
But it doesn't cut holes in the back.
Yeah. Thank
No, I don't do that.
you. Yeah.
My lord. Everybody else does. And man, I've seen Grealish do it. Let me just chop this sock up. Does my head. Because then we don't know who's the Zeus. And we're like,
Yeah, no, I'm not too sure on the cutting holes in the back. I don't know if that's more of a mental
I don't know.
thing or
All our
that
players got
actually
quite
helps.
big calves, I guess. So.
Maybe that's why. Maybe it's.
They're all in the gym a lot better than ours.
Yeah, maybe that's why.
So superstitions. Have you? Obviously, we've touched on it briefly there, but have you got anything that you're like that nobody knows about that you're just like, I have to do this on a match day morning, or?
So they're not. I wouldn't say they're very strange or unique, but I always have to have pasta the night before a game.
Right.
To the point where, like, if I'm somewhere and there's no pasta, I'm going home and making pasta. And yeah, the pasta one's big for me, and I've had that since I was a little kid. I think that started when I was a little kid, and I had pasta before games, and I was scoring. And then there was one time I didn't have pasta the night before a game, and I didn't score. So it just stuck with me then.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the age of 12 or something, so it stuck with me for a long time. And then another one, I always put my left boots on first.
Why?
Again, I couldn't tell you why, but I have to put my left boot on first, then my right, then tie my left, and then tie my right. It has to be that order.
What?
None of them are weird, but
No, they're weird. They're not really weird. It's a bit weird. But
Yeah, maybe it is. But,
I think we've had weirder, stranger ones to be fair. But
shaving your toes.
Yeah.
I think again it just comes down to not changing my routine.
Yeah.
It's more a routine thing
Yeah.
rather than a superstition.
Yeah.
But I guarantee if you didn't do it one game, you'd feel all off.
Yeah, 100%.
You'd be all over the place. But yeah, so Liverpool, you spent a lot of time in the academy. We've spoken about this with other people that have been on the pod. What's Jurgen Klopp like on a day to day? So, like, obviously, we see the TV stuff,
the interviews, the fist pumping,
the fist pumps, the cap, the laser eye treatment, whatever he had done. Like, we say all of that, and I just think, oh, shut up, mate. What's he like on a day?
No, generally he's brilliant. He's so good at obviously the tactical stuff, but also like man management and knowing your players and knowing how to speak to certain players, especially as young players when you go up there and you train with them. He makes sure to come, he gets around you, he asks you how you are, makes you feel involved really.
Yeah.
So that you don't feel like you're just another number that they need, or if they need to make up numbers. Yeah. You're actually there because he wants you there.
Yeah.
I think that's quite big when you're a youth player, because it obviously gives you confidence to go out and show what you're capable of. And as well, like you said, in recent years he's always given youth a chance, which is always big.
Especially in the cup games as well. He sees that as an opportunity for
exactly.
them.
So it gives you that confidence, and it also gives you that belief that if you're doing the right things in the academy, you'll get your chance. That was always a bit tough for me because I obviously struggled with a few injuries at crucial times, which I feel like stopped me progressing as I wanted to, or as I maybe would have done without the injuries. But obviously it's part of the game, and you can't change that. But because he gave so many the opportunity to go and show themselves on the big stage, it's always in the back of my mind that if I didn't have the injuries I had, maybe my path would have been different.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I said, you can't change that. And
this is what I've been saying recently. Like, football's such a short career, and you've got to make the most of every day, because you never know what's going to happen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Players have injuries that are career ending. Obviously, you've seen even stuff like happened with Ryan Mason, like where he had the head collision. So you just got to make the most of every opportunity that you can. I hate seeing it when players don't sort of give 100%, or they're trying to get to a certain point and get to the end of the season, because you got to make the most of it, I think.
Yeah, I realised that. Obviously, I knew that anyway, but when you have a long-term injury and you've missed a lot of football,
puts it into perspective.
It shows you what it could be like if you weren't playing or if you weren't doing this, And it makes you appreciate being on the grass and training every day and playing games. So I do feel like I've grown as a person, and I'm mentally a lot stronger with the injuries I've had, and it probably made me into a better person as well.
Yeah.
Not saying that I would have wished it on anyone, but it does make you more resilient, I think, and it also allows you to get the most out of football when you're back fit, because you know what life's like without football.
There's nothing you can do about it either. Yeah. It's just unfortunate. Like,
exactly,
it happens to so many people.
And it's like, so that's like a physical setback that is then obviously a psychological setback.
Yeah,
but it's the same as like if you're an academy and you get released, you have that setback, and then you've got to be more resilient to come back, or not be and get out of the game. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of the same kind of thing. Yeah. But yours is like a physical one that then you're like, right, I'm gonna get back fit, I'm gonna have a proper go. Just while we're talking about that as well, it's quite a current topic in our squad because of Lamdy. Because he's just coming back from 3 years out. Obviously his heart problem and everything else, which again is a different type of thing to be out with, but to be out for so long and then come back, and then he's so appreciative of everything, you know, which is good to see, and it does put everything into perspective for staff as well, not just for players, but like staff. You're here, you've got an opportunity.
Exactly. Everyone has their setbacks as well.
Like, you know, if you're not going to give it 100%, what are you doing? Like,
and that's the beauty of football as well. Like, for example, our team, everybody's had a different journey. So whether they've come through an academy, which a lot of our lads have, but not everybody has, and you're all here now, so and just work together.
Yeah, everyone has a different path, different journey, different setbacks as well. And it's just one of those where everyone's got to do what they can with what they've been given, and see how far it takes them, really.
Yeah.
Decent. Okay, I just want to mention our sponsors. Infra3 are our principal sponsor. They help out massively. They're always in touch. They're always seeing if there's anything they can do to help out, which is great. Thanks for the support. Mad Mash Media, he's not here today because he's away on holiday. So
he's always on holiday.
We've got our media team doing it for the club. So cheers, guys. And then we've got Tide Grove, who sponsored a big quiz, which leads us into the quiz. And today, I'm Quizmaster. It's Jonah against Pal. And I'm doing it on my phone so that I can show off this case made by the case people. Follow them on socials. So here we go. The first question, alright? It's my favourite.
We might need a hand with the scoring because
because
you can't count.
And do all the stuff. Basically, the way this works, it's called starting 11. Okay? We'll start with Paul because he's the guest. You got to name a player that played in the game that I'm going to tell you in a minute. And if you get it right, it goes to Jonah. Jonah names one. If he gets it right, it comes back like that until someone gets one wrong. And then whoever gets one wrong loses. The other person gets one. Does that make sense? The game is your debut for Swindon Town against Crewe. Alright, so you've got to remember who played. What we'll do...
I'll let the guest go first.
We'll do the starting 11 for us, then the subs for us. Then if we still can't split you, we'll go across to Crewe and start naming some Crewe players. But I think someone will get one wrong before the 11th out. That's what I think. So, Pal, the floor is yours.
Can I pick myself?
Yeah, you can pick yourself, yeah.
I'll pick myself then.
There you go, Paul Glatzel.
I'll go Jack. Pycroft. Yeah.
Jack Pycroft.
Dawson.
Willie
played. There's a couple in here you're never going to get.
Tyree Shade.
There's one of the ones I didn't think you'd get.
Brew.
Tom Brewer.
Chaz.
Yep.
Fraser. I know it's not. He come on.
Too long.
he got.
That's a point, isn't it?
I just remembered that he come on because I remember he did a sprint and we were all panicking on the bench because he had just come back. So I don't know what I said.
I did that.
Yeah,
so for the rest of the team. There's one in here that I didn't realise had played with. Jack Wycroft, Harrison Minturn, Tom Brewer, Udoka Goblin Malife, Williams Kokolo, Tyree Shade, Saidu Khan, Liam Kinsella. That's the one that I was like, Kins? Dawson DeVoy, Charlie Austin, Paul Glatzel.
I think I would have all of them except for Kins.
I was trying to work from the back up and I couldn't think of the other defenders. I remember Fraser being there, then I just remembered he'd come on. So I basically just gave you the point.
Try and guess some of the subs?
Subs.
Just for fun.
Wardy, because it was Wardy's last game, I know
He
that.
was on the bench, Lewis Ward.
George McEachran.
George McKenna was on the bench. Rush was on the bench. Your mate,
Mate Caney.
Caney, was on the bench.
And Fraser.
Fraser was on the bench. There's two more. You ain't gonna get that.
Oh, young lads, wasn't it?
Yeah. One was a young lad, one's first year pro.
Anton.
Anton was on the bench.
Jackson.
No. Josh Keys. Keys was on the bench. I didn't realise. But yeah, there you go. That was the team. I didn't realise we had Liam Kinsella and Dawson DeVoy on the pitch together.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that was a thing. But
I didn't even realise you were still here when Glatz was as well.
But there you go.
1-0 Glatz.
Yeah, you got your cards.
Teed that up for you.
Right. Now, some of these questions, because these two are geniuses, they've been answered while we've been chatting. So this is going to be the quickest one. You'll have to shout your name because we didn't get the buzzer out.
Oh, yeah, we forgot the buzzer.
Right, so because Matt's not here to go, we've got the buzzer. If you think you know the answer, shout your name, I'll come to you. Exactly. Don't just put your hand up because I said shout your name. Right. How many goal involvements has Glatz got since joining
Jonah.
SLC? Wow, go on.
8.
8.
I don't know.
But
He wants 9.
he wants 9. The official stat is 8, so we got to go with it. So what's that? 1-1.
1-1, yeah.
Okay, this is a good one. Professional squad numbers. Your combined squad number to both of you. Try and figure it out. So what numbers have you add them all up?
I can't even think what you were trying to miss.
You'll have to guess. It's a good one.
I know whatever
Is
his name.
Martin Liverpool's got numbers or
No,
no?
just professional, like ones where you play a professional match for.
I know you were 16. I don't know what his second number though was.
34.
It is 34.
Was one of them 16?
Yeah.
'Cause I remember the fact. Yeah, I knew that, but I didn't know what the second one was.
16.
16, 9 and 9, yeah.
Yeah, 34. Good maths. Good maths. What's the score?
2-1.
2-1.
2-1, lads. Right. How many goals has Swindon Town scored this season?
What's his closest?
Closest to, we've got to be
Yeah,
closest
alright,
to.
we can go closest if you want. You can both have a guess and we'll say who's closest.
Well, we were scoring for fun at the start.
Well, it's quite a remarkable stat, to be honest with you.
Problem is with closest to though. Whoever says, if whoever goes first, the other one can just go off that number.
Yeah, if I had a piece of paper, we could just write it down.
How about if I turn this and break this in half?
Go on, then, do that.
If I split this in half, I'll let him write his, I won't look.
Go on.
And he can give it to you. And then we can't influence each other.
Yeah. Right, Jonah's looking away. Don't cheat.
I'm not. We can't influence.
Yeah, I thought you'd know this.
To be fair, I was keeping track until January.
I'm watching you, so you're not watching.
You know, I'm not. It was my idea to do this, so why would I?
So he's already wrote this, so...
I don't know what I'm hiding. I don't know.
Wow. Jonah thinks we're Man City. Jonah thinks we scored 88 goals.
Well, you said
Paul Glatzel thinks we scored 72, and we've actually scored 70.
Oh,
So, unbelievable.
Yeah, but you were saying something like it's remarkable, so I thought
Because 70
maybe it's
goals,
hard.
where are we in the league?
I was thinking 78, and then I thought I'm going to put
I
11
think there's
turn.
only 4 teams who've scored more goals than us in the league.
Yeah, we had that game where we were like 6-2, 5-0,
Yeah, high scoring
5-1.
games
So
this
like
Yeah, I was going to But yeah, Glatz gets the point.
3-1, 3-1.
3-1 to
How
Glatz.
many more questions are there?
There is 2 more questions.
So I can't win. I can get a draw.
Well, kind of. Yeah, this question's to Jonah. And you'll get this because we've already answered it. Who does Powell support?
Wigan.
And he didn't know either. If you had mentioned it, he didn't know.
can't have that.
3-2. And then the last question to Powell, because he basically already won. Who does Jonas support?
Swindon?
Good from you. I thought I might catch you.
No, he's a die-hard Swindon fan.
No, don't start that.
I literally hate Liverpool, but you think I'm a Liverpool fan?
I'll explain why I think he's a Liverpool fan at a later date.
I'm not.
It's over there. Yeah, I see. Cool. I think that probably about wraps us up. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please hit like, hit subscribe. You know, if you want to say, I've enjoyed that, do it in the comments. That'd be good. Cheers. Other than that, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, been a pleasure. Thanks for coming on.
Good chat. Enjoyed it.
Pleasure's been mine.
Join us again next time for another episode of Life of a Kitman.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.